Hello, I am Giovanni Zavalza. I am working with my partner Brian Nunjun. We wanted to use Azure, it was our first time using it, to see if we could deploy an AI model. And the one we decided to go with was one that can generate music from a text prompt, specifically Meta's MusicGen. So in here we already have a web page running. So here's the link, and I have this prompt here. We can choose different models, the large or medium or melody, and with the melody one we can put a sample in here that will follow the melody. But for now I just have the prompt. I'll generate that in the background and I could walk through what we worked through. So opening Azure, first we used a student account because we researched that students get a free 100 credits. So right now we've used $25, so this was a cheap solution considering we've put 20 hours into the project. And here we can have access control where we can invite other people to our main things, but specifically here we made a resource group for our project, and within that project we were able to add different users. So I added my partner, and if we go back to the machine learning workspace, we created a workspace which allows us to have this studio, and within this studio we're able to have notebooks. So we'll start off, we had a model catalog. We tried many different models within here to try to make our music. However, most of them either generated text music notes or music sheets, or were mainly for chatting or image outputs, not necessarily audio, or they were like text to speech versus text to music. So we had to make our own application. We researched that Gradio was a great solution for that, and here is our code. All of these scripts and files are in our repo, which we linked in the report. So within these notebooks, we mainly created this app in app.py. Others were used for testing aside from Docker and requirements. This Docker file creates an environment with the requirements that has the necessary Python modules, and within that we were able to output, build and push the Docker container so that we can add it to our compute instance. So you can see this is the Docker we pushed. We go to compute, and here we could create instances of CPU and GPU. And for our personal one, we created the custom application which has our Docker container, and from these applications section we have our web server here. So here is our demo, which now we can go back to over here on the web page, and right now we don't have the player working, and specifically when we try to download, it suspects malware, but since I know it's my project, I could just open it. And so here's one sample of the music generated. That one I don't like so much, but this is the one that played before. And I would say that output was pretty successful. In our conclusions, we determined that given our time, we would want to try to fine-tune the model with specifically game music, because there's a lot of classical and pop music in there currently in their training model, and we'd want to try to import more tools from Azure into our model. And specifically, there is already on Hugging Face a Unity package that we could try to use, which was the main purpose for our music, was to generate it for video games. And then mainly we wanted to have it work with the GPU, because currently due to dependency issues within Microsoft Azure's environment and the torch requirement for the AudioCraft by Meta, there are conflicts and we weren't able to resolve those at a given time.